So as you guys may or may not know, normally at the beginning of every single season, one of the first videos that we do is break down all of the new Easter eggs that have come out in Warzone and in the multiplayer maps in that season. However, in Season 2, it appears as though there's no new Easter eggs. There's kind of little small details that we're going to go over in this video. However, I'm actually going to go back and do a video like I used to back in the day. So if you've been following my channel since Black Ops 4, you may actually be used to these kind of videos. In this video, what we're going to be doing is going over all of the new locations within Warzone and comparing them to what they were before. So for example, where the new shipwreck is, there used to be nothing, and I have gameplay from those areas and images from those areas from before the new things were added in, and we can make a nice comparison and talk about what is new in each of those locations. I used to do this back in Blackout and you guys really enjoyed it, so if you like this type of video and want to see more in the future when more map changes are made, be sure to hit that like button, let me know down in the comments. But without further ado, these are all of the map changes, new locations, POIs in Season 2. So let's start out with the big one, the shipwreck, the Vodianoi. I think I might have actually said that right this time. You guys can let me know down in the comments. But this is, of course, the new ship, the giant ship on the map. But it wasn't always a giant ship that was just sitting there on the map. Beforehand, there was nothing, and this is the first time we've seen an empty space turn into something brand new within Warzone. In fact, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is actually the first time a new named location has actually been added to the Warzone map. So beforehand, this area was empty. There was nothing there except for a small shack that played a part in an intel mission and a little bit to do with Easter eggs around Warzone. Now this shack is opened at all times. You can always go in there and you do not need a code. However, there's now also a giant ship there as well. This ship covers a vast amount of area. You can go above it and inside you'll find a lot of loot, but you can also go down inside and find a whole bunch of zombies. If you kill 40 zombies, you can then unlock a special yellow chest that can be found inside. Another interesting thing about this location is this is only a portion of the ship. If you look off into the ocean, there's another portion of the ship where you can see barrels of yellow liquid, assumably Nova 6 gas, have fallen into the water. Now, the current rumor is that this is actually going to be the origin point for an entire zombie outbreak on the Warzone map. It's going to spread to the other named locations as well. If this is true, we currently don't know at the moment. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But needless to say, there is a giant change on this section of the map just off the coast and close to prison. The next area we have is bunker number 10. Now, previous to this update, bunker number 10 was closed and you had to put in a code to open up the bunker. Once you were inside, there was an area that you could see where there was like this little nuclear launch area where you could see a missile silo behind some glass. After Season 2, we now have the same thing, but the bunker is always open, and inside they have added a new hallway that connects the back of the bunker to the missile launch area, which is kind of strange. In this hallway, you'll find generally speaking 3 more orange chests, and around the other side by the missile launch area you will find one of those strange zombies terminals that currently say 5%. Moving on, one thing I've always found a little mysterious about Warzone and Verdansk is the strange memorials that were hidden around the map. The one that we're looking at here is right beside Mill Base, and it is called the Jarvdinsk Spomenik Winged War Memorial. Yeah, I absolutely nailed that, and you can't tell me otherwise. So before the Season 2 update, this was just a monument. It was there was often a buy zone there, and often a couple of chests as well. However, in Season 2, things have drastically changed. The wings have spread apart, and in the middle of the memorial, you can see a missile silo. Now, you can go down inside, and this one is actually relatively small. Once you go in, you'll see a couple of hallways, and the really only thing of note is this red hallway, and at the very end, you'll find one of those zombies terminals. Other than that, that is pretty much it. It'd be interesting to see if some of these doors open in the future, because this is a relatively small area, especially when we compare it to the other one that we're going to look at in a second. The other thing to note is that there is a bunker right around this area, so it'll be interesting to see if they actually end up connecting. The second missile silo that we have is at the Zozny Spomenik Coastal War Memorial. Again, completely nailed that. I don't want to hear anything about me mispronouncing these down in the comments. Oh man, now that's what all the comments are gonna be. Anyway, this war memorial used to often have a buy zone, a couple of chests as well, but the interesting thing about this is after the update, it is no longer even there. The monument is completely gone, and underneath it revealed a missile silo. Now, the interesting thing about this one is it's also connected to the construction zone underneath, and this one is much larger inside. You can see several different rooms and even what appears to be some sort of conference room for the Russians. Now, another thing that I found interesting is that on the table here, you can see some sort of wooden model for what appears to be like some sort of new gulag, an old gulag. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm interested to see what ends up coming of this little wooden model. Now, what I love about this is we always knew that there was something mysterious about these monuments around Verdansk. Now we know what they were really hiding. Speaking of mysterious though, what I have to say is probably the strangest update to the map is Above Dam. Now, this area beforehand was already kind of mysterious because on the frozen ice, at one point, I believe it was around season 5, we began to see this little strange blue light underneath the ice. Some people believed it was a submarine, others believed it was just something buggy with the textures in this area. Well, nothing ever came of it until this update, until season 2. What ended up happening here is they added a dock. Why? I don't know. I really don't know. It's just kind of there now. It's not like it's water and we couldn't get out there before. It is literally odd. Some theories is that eventually there will be a submerged submarine and the way to get on it will be kind of on this dock. Other than that, I have no idea. This is by far the strangest thing with the Season 2 update on Warzone. If you have any theories, let me know down in the comments. So that is everything that was added, but not everything that was changed. There was actually some things taken away from the map, some things that were closed. The first of which is the metros. So the metros opened up, I believe, in Season 6. I could be wrong about that. And essentially what this was a way of getting around the Warzone map a little bit faster. If you were stuck in an area, people were chasing you down, you could hop on a subway train and get yourself out of Dodge. However, all of the metros have now been closed. You cannot get inside. All of the doors have been closed off. However, there's a couple of interesting things here. First of all, the map of where the metro system goes is still there. They didn't remove that. And on top of that, when they added the metro system, they added 2 new metros to the game. The one by Stadium and the one by the little city here. And they're still there. It's just the metro has been closed off. So I am not sure if they're going to open it up again, but as for now, it is closed. Similarly, the stadium garage has been closed as well, the underground area, and because of this, both of the subway and the stadium Easter eggs are now inaccessible. However, I will say the stadium rooms that you kind of could go into for the terminals, they're still open. You just can't get to the one in the garage. And finally, bunkers 0, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 11 have all been closed off as well. It is important to note that if you go to these areas now, normally the bunkers were closed and you could see a red light above them, and then when you had either an access card or the pin code, you could put it in and it would turn green and open up. Now if you go to these locations, the light is just white. That is all there is to it. That's all that's there, and obviously they can't be opened up. You can't put anything in the pin pad, and keycards will not work on them. Now it's important to note that in the patch notes for Season 2, what they wrote was, due to the contamination, security protocol mandates a complete shutdown of the following locations, and then listed everything that we just went over. So what they are talking about there is the zombies. Apparently they planned for this, and these are the things that need to be shut down. So it's unclear whether or not these are going to open up again, but as for now, as of Season 2, they are completely closed. So now that is it. That is all of the changes that have happened in Warzone. It's interesting to see these new locations arrive because before this point, they've kind of just adjusted existing locations. They've opened up stadium, they've added trains, they've opened up the metros, but now they have added a new location. And this could be the beginning of big changes made to Verdansk. And with the 1-year anniversary of Warzone on March 11th, I am super curious to see what happens next. But this is everything that happened in Season 2. If you enjoy this type of video and want to see more when future changes happen to Warzone, be sure to hit that like button. Let me know down in the comments. And if you want to stay up to date on all my videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I want